Today, Musk now asking a federal tech check. It is getting spicy now, Steve.
Yeah, Carl, spicy to say the least, with Musk ramping up this lawsuit.
Following a continuous wave of more than 30 defamation lawsuits, the once go-to talk show for daring viewpoints and heated arguments came crashing down. The show's controversial anchor, Whoopi Goldberg, took aim at everyone from Elon Musk to the Trump family, believing that her fame would shield her. However, she was unable to avoid the legal quagmire she created. Her careless remarks ultimately led to the show's demise. Everyone is asking themselves, how did it all go so wrong, so fast, as lawsuits pile up and sponsors withdraw?
Yes, you have. I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's
so over the top. It was like making everyone uncomfortable.
Really?
It was really over the top. You know, I mean, I think like sort of a passing joke of like, you know, a few passing jokes are fine, but they.
Whoopi. Goldberg had a very interesting career on The View. She was well known for years for her ferocious beliefs, exuberant demeanor, and the odd contentious remark. But eventually, her audacious and frequently careless remarks started to elicit more than just contentious debates. Her remarks began to have grave repercussions.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know.
Goldberg's on-screen demeanor became characterized by her propensity to target well-known individuals. When it came to criticizing individuals such as Elon Musk, she didn't mince words. She accused him of being egotistical and unrealistic.
But apparently, his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her.
Another common target was the Trump family. Whoopi wasn't afraid to say that they were involved in shady activities and complex conspiracy theories. She even leveled outrageous charges against Carrie Underwood, suggesting that the country music artist was involved in some sort of covert power struggle within the entertainment business. Naturally, Joe Rogan was also subject to her criticism. She called his podcast reckless and detrimental to the public, accusing him of disseminating damaging disinformation. Whoopi initially appeared to be free to speak whatever she wanted without really suffering any consequences. She was, after all, Whoopi Goldberg, a well-known figure with decades of entertainment business expertise. She had become well-known due to her incisive remarks and controversial opinions. She believed that being famous served as a shield, shielding her from the consequences that ordinary people could experience. She most likely believed that because of her notoriety and her appearance on a prominent daytime talk program, she would be free to express her opinions without fear of repercussions. However, it turns out that Whoopi misjudged the strength of the people she was targeting. The issue with Goldberg's strategy was that a lot of her assertions were careless, irrational, and occasionally outright incorrect. She was making charges without doing her research or taking the consequences into account. She believed that her celebrity status would protect her from the negative publicity and legal repercussions. But when she was confronted with more than 30 defamation lawsuits, reality set in. Goldberg probably didn't expect the very people she had criticized, from Elon Musk to Carrie Underwood, to have the means to defend themselves. When Whoopi Goldberg's divisive remarks kept getting worse, the inevitable happened. The lawsuits began to come in. Given that some of her targets had the means to mount a significant defense, it was obvious that people would no longer tolerate her outrageous charges.
You know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, you know, people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs.
Let's start with Elon Musk. Goldberg had made fun of him on a regular basis. She frequently chastised him for his personal and professional endeavors, accusing him of being selfish and out of touch. Musk had had enough of the attacks, which, at first glance, might have appeared to be innocent banter. He was a wealthy tech tycoon, and he wasn't going to allow a well-known figure to continue making unfounded accusations against him without repercussions. Whoopi soon understood that she couldn't just keep punching someone who had the resources to defend themselves as the legal proceedings resumed. Once a series of scathing criticisms, Musk's legal team ensured she knew the seriousness of her remarks, transforming the exchange into a full-fledged legal battle. Goldberg was mistaken about how impenetrable her fame barrier was. The Trump family, renowned for their venomous speeches and skilled legal tactics, followed. They concluded that Goldberg's charges, which had evolved beyond simple personal jabs, were enough. She had charged them of engaging in a convoluted web of deceit, conspiracy theories, and even criminal behavior. These remarks were detrimental to the Trump family's reputation and public image, in addition to being hurtful. Throughout his career, Donald Trump in particular has made it obvious that if you do anything to him, you should expect to be hit twice as hard. And that is exactly what happened. With the help of their legal arsenal, the Trump family sued Goldberg for slander. They made it plain that no one, not even a well-known person like Whoopi Goldberg, could criticize them without reprisal, and they weren't going to allow her to spew lies without incurring harsh legal repercussions.
I have the right to make up my mind to go perform someplace. I believe they have the same right.
Of course.
And so I have to, I have.
However, Carrie Underwood was the true surprise. Few people anticipated Underwood to stand up and defend herself out of all the people Whoopi had criticized. The country music star was allegedly influencing the entertainment world, according to Goldberg, who implied that she was somehow pulling strings to affect award shows and other artists' fortunes. Known for her stirring ballads, Underwood wasn't going to allow unfounded rumors to damage her image. She retaliated by filing a lawsuit and demanding millions of dollars in damages. This was more than just a celebrity feud. It was about safeguarding her reputation and preventing her name from being associated with someone whose charges lacked merit. Whoopi Goldberg's fight with Joe Rogan was one of the most dramatic and widely reported in The View's history. Like many of Goldberg's comments, it began with an apparently insignificant event concerning a bakery in Staten Island, but soon descended into something far more important.
If I believe I have the right to make up my mind to go perform someplace, I believe they have the same right.
Of course.
And so
Whoopi's accusations of prejudice against a nearby bakery sparked the debate. She said that due of her political views, the bakery had turned down her order. She asserted the opinion, implying that the company had turned down her cupcake order because they disagreed with her political views. The long-standing family-run bakery quickly retaliated, refuting the charges and claiming that a boiler malfunction was the actual cause of their inability to complete the order. They were very obvious, no political agenda was at play. But Whoopi's remarks had already caused harm, igniting a public controversy and unfairly highlighting the bakery.
The bakery has a press conference where they say, we've been in business for 150 years. This is not what happened at all. We don't discriminate against anybody, regardless of anything.
Let's get Joe Rogan in. Rogan, who was well known for taking an unrepentant stance on everything from politics to public disputes, was not going to overlook Goldberg's thoughtless remarks. Without delay, he confronted her, accusing her of disseminating false information and harming not only the bakery's name, but also his own reputation. Rogan has always been outspoken about his opinions, so he jumped at the chance to make Whoopi answer for her remarks. His attorneys wasted no time in bringing a defamation complaint against Goldberg, alleging that her remarks about him and her more general use of divisive language had damaged his reputation. Rogan wasn't going to let someone as well known as Goldberg to disparage him without taking the fallout. Rogan's retort was even more potent because of the immense power he wields thanks to his enormous platform. Rogan had an audience that few could match, with millions of followers on social media and a hugely popular podcast. His followers came together in support of him, spreading his message and putting a lot of pressure on Goldberg and The View. In contrast to many other celebrities, Rogan wasn't afraid to use his position to call out Goldberg's hypocrisy and make her responsible for disseminating false information. His countersuit was a statement as much as a legal tactic. What should have been a straightforward celebrity feud was transformed into a full-fledged public spectacle by Rogan's supporters. If you enjoyed watching Elon Musk rip Goldberg apart, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Because trust me, this saga is far from over.